That's
All
right.
right, gentlemen
would say yes.
and ladies, or ladies and gentlemen,
Gentlemen
there is a very special individual called Rury Macleod
That's not
on
bad.
the show. Yeah,
That's
thank you.
not bad.
Thank you very much. So this guy is an incredible human being. He definitely wears kilts and skirts. I mean, I don't know the difference.
What? No.
But hold on, but here's the deal. His companies are doing over 40 million US dollars in sales, which is what, 30 million quid, as you say. And he has high margins, bro, higher than our company. So I have to say,
I don't
he
know
is
about that,
rich AF, and he's on our show, Rury.
Thank you for having me.
Bro,
in
you
America.
can't do that.
Sorry.
No.
Okay, thank you for having me here in the United States of America, guys.
You're welcome.
Yes.
On
it's an
behalf of
honor.
the United States of America, you're welcome. Okay, so I got to say, before we came on, Rury somehow can turn his accent on and off. Like, I watch your Instagram story all the time, and it's like full on freaking
Scottish.
Yeah, like Kerrygold level.
Yeah.
You know about Kerrygold?
No, I don't know who that is.
It's Irish.
No, that's butter. It's
Oh,
Irish butter.
Kerrygold.
Kerrygold.
Butter.
Sorry, I
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
say,
yeah.
the
yeah,
butter.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what I see on your Instagram story. Then you come over here and you can just speak like an American.
Yeah. That's because I have American in my blood. No. I don't actually. I don't think I do. No.
So where are you from? You
let's
said
go.
you're like from the ghetto, no? Like some
Well, we don't. Yeah, I mean, not a very. My hometown is a place called Clydebank. Right?
Clydebank.
Yeah, and it's the reason why it's called Clydebank is it's on the banks of the. You guys call banks in the side of the river.
The side of the river. Yeah. Except we don't really have very many rivers.
Not many.
Okay,
But
so Clydebank is on the banks of the River Clyde,
Yeah.
which is probably the most famous river in Scotland. And actually,
Is that where they invented river dancing?
no, that's Ireland, I
like it
think.
would be.
River dance. Don't know why it's called river dance. Maybe I don't know, but Clydebank is on the banks of the Clyde, and the River Clyde at one point at the turn of the century produced like 1/3 of the ships on the planet in that one
wow.
river.
What?
So
Really?
it's like, yeah, it had hundreds of shipbuilding yards and it was heavy industry, working class, like an amazing place. So all up and down the Clyde, they were producing ships. So Clydebank's like my hometown, which is like predominantly like working class. And then yeah, we moved around a little bit, but that's what I would probably call home sort of thing.
Sweet.
Or
Nice.
Is that okay for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Is it
absolutely
okay for
acceptable.
you?
So it's kind of like a ghetto, but
Was it pretty? I mean, did you grow up?
I don't like.
With
I
any
think
money?
ghettos like. Did I grow up? I mean, my dad was a teacher.
How many fights did you get into before you were 18?
That's a good gauge.
That's a good. I don't know, like fights before. I don't know, like 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good. They're good in the
Actually, after 18, there wasn't many fights. There's
Yeah.
maybe like one or two, but
Yeah.
aye,
Okay.
that was just part of growing up, sort of thing.
Also, side note, but related to what we're doing here, also a Scientologist.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scottish Scientologist. There's.
Would you
well,
describe yourself as the Scottish Scientologist?
No. There's.
I had to ask. I mean,
No. There's many more fine Scottish Scientologists.
No, I
than
know,
me.
I know.
But yeah.
Who are the most famous Scottish Scientologists?
I don't know if there's like famous Scottish Scientologists, but the guys that run the organisation in Scotland, and then also some of the organisations in England are run by Scottish people, so it makes sense that because they're cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know?
So how did you get in Scientology?
How did I get in Scientology? Oof, jeez, that's a question. I mean, fundamentally, my father was given a book by a friend who was like an artist, and my dad quite liked it. And then round about, I don't know, maybe like 17, 18 or something like that, I was like,
Oh, not in the year 1718.
no,
You're
just
saying
in
when
In
you
the
were
year
17.
1780.
I was like,
Is that what I say?
Sorry,
Aye.
sorry,
no, it's
No, but like probably like kind of when I was about 17, 18, I was up to some naughty business on sort of different areas, and I got like severe depression, like proper full on depression, like
Wow.
and like to the point where it was like I was crying and I couldn't stop. It was just like this huge sort of weight on me. I was a good guy, but I was doing some not so good stuff. And God, now we're going deep. My mother was like taken into a psychiatric hospital when I was 9.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so she was given a drug called Lithium, which is the same stuff that batteries are made out of.
Yeah.
And what it does is it solidifies like the nerve endings in the brain and the connection tissue, and it like nullifies emotion and energy. So the person becomes more like, the word would be like tractable. It's like easier to control. And she was given this lithium. She was kind of like in a state where she was like hearing voices, and they would say like schizophrenic.
That's after the lithium or before the lithium?
Then she took the lithium and she just became like a zombie, just put on lots of weight, just sat around the house. And I kind of felt like I thought the medicine or the medication, that's what was working, because it stopped her like talking to herself. But what it did is it just suppressed everything. So she had no ability to do anything. She just sat in the house, and I would just watch her every day, just sitting there drinking cups of tea, and that's all she would do. And so when I got like depression, really because I was being unethical and doing bad stuff and not being like true to myself, I knew that I couldn't go to like a doctor because they're going to just give me a pill. And I knew what the pills or the tablets or the stuff did because I saw what happened to my mum. And I wasn't like religious per se in terms of like, maybe I'll just pray that this will go away or something like that. So I was stuck. I was really stuck. And I actually felt, I think it was about 18, I actually felt my life was over. I was like, I'm not good at school. Shit. I'm not good at school. I'm not good at being a criminal. and so what, like, I'm 18 and I'm screwed. And I was just in this heavy depression. So my dad contacted the Scientology place in Edinburgh, and then they put me on to a lady called Frances, who was in Glasgow. She was the only Scientologist, I think, in Glasgow at the time. And she delivered this stuff called Dianetics. Dia through netics mind. And that's the boy there. Yeah, and I just like, I went, I had a map and an address. Like, it was like didn't have phones or anything. I went into this like suburban, this household estate. I'm like, what's going on here? And kind of got the address and went up to the door and like, she kind of opened the door and I was like, Frances? She's like, yeah, Rury. I was like, yeah. She's like, come on in. I'm like, into this woman's house. And I'm like, what am I doing here, man? And the first question she asked me, I'll never remember. I'll always remember it. She goes, have you eaten? And I was like, no. And she's like, okay. And she made me a dinner. And I was like, and she had like some kids, and her husband was like, he built houses and all this sort of stuff. And then she just like explained what we were going to do and explained some terms with me. And I've got nothing to lose. I don't care. Right? Okay, fine. And she just started getting me to like remember stuff and talk about stuff. And to be honest, the first couple of like sessions, they were okay. It was like fine. Looking back on it now, I was actually coming like up from like sort of a low level, like depression and grief. And I kind of started to get up a bit into like, I was a bit bored with it. And looking back now, you take boredom over like despair any day of the week.
Grief,
but I hadn't even noticed that. And it got to the point where I was like, and she's like, okay, and she said, come back. And I went back, she come back, and it was like 3 days. And then like the 4th day or something, I decided that's enough for me. Like, I'm fine. Like, and she said, okay, so come back. And I was like, yeah, I'll come back, like with no intention of coming back. I was going. And I went. And it was like the next following Monday or something, I'm sitting in my dad's flat in a place called White Crook in Clydebank. My dad goes to the door and he goes, Rury, it's Frances. And I was like, I said, what the, like, she shouldn't be coming to my house like that. Like, that's rude. And she came in, but she was a lovely woman. I'm like, I didn't have the like balls to say like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, oh, hi, Frances. She's like, hi.
Yeah.
And she had like this case with her. I was like, what the fuck? It was like a suitcase. I was like, what the fuck? What's, like, I'm looking at the thing. And then she pulls out this sort of, there's like a meter thing with like a needle and a dial and like some knobs. And I'm like, what the? I'm like, what the? And there's these two like cans. They've got like crocodile clips and wires. And I'm like, what the? And then she goes, yeah, we're going to do like the session. I was like, okay. And she's like, hold the cans. And I trusted her. I liked her a lot. She really helped me. So it was like, and I knew she cared about me. So I was like, fine, I held the cans. And she started asking me some stuff. And then I thought about something. I'm like, I'm not telling her that. Like, and then she goes, what's that? I'm like, and I'm like, and then I just kind of put it to the back of my mind and we keep on doing. Then I think of this thing again. She goes, what's that? And I was like, that thing that she's got, that meter thing, when I think of something, she can see it. I was like, and I'm like, and then I was like, oh, and then and then I thought it again. She goes, that there, and I'm like, oh, I goes, look, okay, I'm going to tell you, but just give me a minute, like, and I'm like, I'm going to tell her stuff like I've never talked about, like, and I'm sitting going like, she's sitting just waiting. I'm like, okay, and I'm just building up the confidence, just to, like, and I just went like, and just bawling.
Yeah.
And she knew fine well. She knew what she was doing, and it was like, and her control was so perfect.
Yeah.
And she just took me into a thing that I wasn't looking at. Mm-hmm. And I started to just feel this like incredible relief, you know. And she just kept on going about it. And then I started talking about stuff I'd never spoke to anyone about, but with ease. And then she's like, you know, is there something like earlier? Man, I just start talking about something earlier, and I spot this sort of decision I've made and these thoughts about losing and like life, and I spotted this thing, and then I realised at every point on the stuff that we talked about, I'd made the same sort of decision up to present, and I spotted it was like a sort of accordion that kind of went, and I went, oh, and the weight came up off my shoulders, and I went, oh, Fran, I need to go for a walk, like, and she went, okay, on you go. I was like,
On you go.
I just walked out, and I'm like, it was like 11 o'clock at night, and I was walking through like the streets of Clydebank, like, oh, like the hills are alive with the sound of music. It was like, I was like, and I just thought, first of all, I thought, I'm so lucky because there's something that works. Mm-hmm. No hypnotism, no drugs, no faith, just a process. Mm-hmm. And I found the answer with her help from myself, and that depression just like woof came off, and I came back, and I thought, oh, I found something. I was like, I'm going to use this. Like, I'm going to use this. I'm going to do this. Like, I'm going to do more of this stuff. Because it was like, that's like degrading. I was going to say, because it was kind of like a drug or something. But it was just natural. You find your own answer and you find relief with the help of another looking at your mind. And I was like, oh, I'm in. Like, I was just at that point, I was like, yep. Going to do more of this stuff, man. And
wow,
I mean, I actually did a bit. I learned how to communicate, and I did some sort of detox sort of thing, and like they got me in really good shape. And I was like, cool. So now I'm going to go meet loads of ladies and have some fun, and then I'll come back. And then it was like, oh, one of my not so good ideas. So like, I went off for like on and off for about 7 years, mucking around. Went to like art college and uni and all this, and then when I was about 26, 27, something like that, I was like, right, I'm going to do it for real, and then I gave it a real go at that point. Yeah, and that's actually when I started my first, like, my own business, my first time.
Wow.
What business?
Going into business. We did, like, communal stairwell cleaning, so we'd clean, like, communal stairs in Edinburgh in Scotland. Yeah.
Cleaning stairs.
Cleaning, because it's like we have tenement buildings. I think you guys might call them brownstones or something like that.
Never
Or
heard of a brownstone.
it's like New York, you've got these, in Scotland as well, you have these large sandstone apartment blocks. So you there's a stairwell and you'll have like 8 or 16 or 24 apartments or flats, we call them, in a stairwell. And
They all connect to the one stairwell.
Okay.
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So then we would clean that communal stairwell.
And over there, they don't have running water or anything, so they just throw the
That's kind of true in some places.
I'm sorry, I had to.
I mean, I've been in some of these castles, bro.
No, I mean, back in the day in Edinburgh, they'd throw it out the window into the street, their toilet.
Yeah,
They would, aye.
I saw them in my history book.
Yeah, aye. It wasn't the best.
Well, did I have to say thank you, Francis? I don't know if she's still around.
Fran, no, she's actually lives here in America.
Oh,
She's,
really?
Yeah. Still in contact with her today, man. Like,
Amazing.
yeah,
Your
amazing.
angel
lady.
that pulled you out.
One
For real.
like the thanks I have to give her for like turning up at my house. Like, no, I'm going to help this guy, even if it's uncomfortable. Like that level of help requires like balls, you know.
Yeah.
Like she just like, I'm going to go at this guy's house because she knew that she could get that effect. She knew she could like relieve me of that depression, and she wasn't willing to like back down even if I was trying to get out of it. And it's like if she didn't have that confront, and if she didn't have that persistence, then I don't know what would have happened to me. You know, definitely wasn't looking too great at that time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Did you feel like, did you have any aspirations to greatness back then? Like any big dreams or big ideas, or was it just kind of like life?
No, I like back then, like my mother and father split up when I was about 10, sort of thing. My mum was not in good shape. My father wasn't really in great shape either, kind of thing. And I was like a bit insular. So I had a sister, but I wasn't very nice to her. And she ended up going to another family. It kind of more or less raised her. So my dream was to have, now I'm going to say this word, I say girlfriend, right? Now, when I say girlfriend, you guys probably hear ghetto friend or something like that.
Yeah.
Aye, but it's girlfriend.
Oh,
Yeah. But in Scotland, you say girlfriend, right?
Your ghetto
So-
friend. I really
Aye,
thought
yeah,
you were saying ghetto friend.
The reason why I knew that is I said to a
Girlfriend.
guy, this American guy, I goes, have you got a girlfriend? And he goes, yeah, sure. And I was like, it's a bit weird answer. I goes, what's her name? And he goes, who? And I went, your girlfriend. And he went, what? And I was like, what's going on here? I was like, what is your girlfriend's name? Like, what's so complicated with
Buster.
that? And he looked at me and he's like, my friend from the ghetto. And I was like, what is this guy talking about? And then I realized, and then I was like, girlfriend. He's like, girlfriend. I was like, girlfriend. You got a girlfriend. And he's like, no. I was like, okay, good.
so your dream was to have a girlfriend.
The dream was
basically.
the dream was to have a girlfriend. It was to have someone that would love me and I'd love them. And for me, that was like safety or something. So, like my decision to buy clothes or how I wanted a car when I was older, it was like, or I wanted to do well financially, was all with the basis that I would get a girlfriend sort of thing. So I didn't have ideas about greatness, or I still don't really have ideas about greatness. But I like to think how much I can try and help sort of thing.
Yeah.
But at that time, I was just purely kind of fixated on the concept of having someone to love, like that I could be with, sort of thing, and that would be like safety or something like that. So that's what I was like. That was like my primary goal growing up, sort of thing. But I had like necessity, because like when my mother wasn't doing well, my father was a teacher, but he'd like separated, so he had to pay for his own like place where he lived and where we lived, and he was probably on like 25 grand a year or something, not a lot of money. So there was times where there was no money, and there was times when there was no food. So like you're going down to the kitchen and looking through the cupboards, even though you've looked through the cupboards yesterday, there's no food. So when I was like 12, I took on a job I was about 12 years old. I took on a job at a Pakistani newsagent for 75 pence an hour.
A what?
A Pakistani newsagent.
A Pakistani.
Do you know what a new? Oh, you guys work
Like a newspaper place?
No, it's
What?
like a convenience store.
Oh, convenience store. They call it a news agency.
Yeah, well, newsagents because they primarily
newspapers.
sold newspapers,
Okay.
but then they would sell some like fruit and veg, and then they sold alcohol.
Yeah.
So
So you're selling alcohol at 12. Okay.
I was stocking the
Yeah.
stocking the shelves of alcohol, and I was really surprised how much alcohol got consumed. Jesus Christ! But
You're like, I can't keep
I mean,
this
it's
in
in
stock.
Scotland,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. It
like-
was Scotland. It's true. It's like,
Yeah.
jeez, like just regulars coming in, bottles of whiskey, bottles of vodka,
Yeah.
bottles of gin, like, and I'm just stocking up these shelves. And I got like 75 pence an hour, and then you'd get like a 15-minute break. I'd work there from like 6 to 10 in the evening, sometimes a wee bit earlier. I'd make bags of potatoes, £3.
So you would literally make $3 a day.
Something like that. Aye, but that was okay.
Quid. 3 quid.
£3.
Three
Sorry,
quid, yeah.
$3.
Aye, so probably like in this day and age,
$100.
like like $4 or $5. But yeah, I was working in there, and that was like pretty tough, and it wasn't a lot of money. Actually, it was like, God, 75 pence an hour. You know, and by the end of the week, I'd do like 15 hours or something. I was making like 10, 12 quid sort of money. And then I had a Sunday paper round, and my dad really forced me to get it because he wanted me to like produce and make my own. He had this sort of idea that I should make my own way, which was awesome. That was one of the biggest positive things my dad ever gave me. And so I would do the paper round on a Sunday. It was like 12 quid. And then I'd get like 12 quid from the convenience store.
The news agents.
The news
We got it,
agents.
we got it.
So I was making
Pakistani
like
news
Pakistani news agents. It's called Medans. It was the end of the village of Duntoker. But so then I'd have like 25 quid a week. 24 quid, ranging, just dependent. And that was kind of quite a decent amount of money. So my dad actually gave me a nickname. He started calling me Reginald Moneybags. And then my friends heard him call me Reginald. So then my friends all started calling me Reggie. And then that was my nickname growing up, Reg. And that was my jobs, and I just kept them in. And then that would pay for your alcohol and your drugs. I'd buy like weed, I'd buy alcohol, and then I'd work. And then it was like Saturday night, I'd get in a bad state. And then you get maybe 4 hours sleep. You'd get up like terrible condition.
Sunday morning paper round.
Sunday morning, go deliver the papers, man. Then go back to bed, sleep.
Wait,
it
how
off.
old are you now?
Like 12, 13. Yeah. Yes, I thought.
Oh, the drugs and alcohol came in that early.
Yeah, I was.
Well, because he got the money. He's
got
at the
money,
location.
baby. Yeah,
I'm sure
like,
people.
Reginald!
How did you find the guys to sell you? Like, where did you buy weed at the convenience store?
No, it was just there was a guy. There was some older guys in my street, and then one day I just remember like they're like, "Yeah, we're going to smoke ganja," ganja. And they were like listening to Bob Marley or whatever, and I'm like, "Well, okay, fine." Like, and I was kind of like. It's funny because I was like a little bit, I had ideas about like past lives and spirituality and different things, but there was no like reality or connection or anything like that. Anyway, these boys are like, yeah, we're going to buy, we called it hash at the time, and it was like, it's like the oil of marijuana hardened, so it's like, we call it. And
Like a wax, right?
Yeah, it's like, it was pretty hard, but we bought this, and you could get like an eighth or a quarter or like an ounce. We know only a couple of times got an ounce because it was a lot, but we went and bought like a half an eighth. It was literally enough for like 2 joints. And me, this guy, Michael and Chris, we went down to the school. School was shut, climbed over the fence, got the skins out, and like managed to build like a joint. I'm like 11 or 12, something like that.
Oh my gosh.
And like I smoke this thing, take like a few hits, and then like I'm stoned, and I lie down on the tarmac at the playground of the school, looking up at the stars, and I kind of feel a bit like out of it, like separated from my body kind of thing. And I'm sitting going, wow, this is awesome, man. Just sitting there like,
Yeah.
And then I remember that night going home thinking, oh, I'm taking drugs. Like this thing that was told I was never to do, I'm now a drug user. Like I take drugs, and it was like, I remember thinking, that's me, I'm taking drugs. Like I've crossed that line. And then that was.
So you just adopted the beingness of like, hey, I use drugs.
Yeah, and it was kind of like to some of the other guys and all that.
Yeah.
It was cool. And then most of the guys that were like good fighters or into drugs and alcohol, they got the girls.
No, I got this.
You
got the ghettos.
They got the girls. Yeah. But so then I thought
We talked about that on dude, and the same thing. That's the thing. The girl, they're connected, bro.
Yeah. Well, when I was growing up, if you could like beat up guys and treat women badly, like you're going to get the best girls.
Yeah.
Like, so all these guys got the girls, but the thing is I was so introverted, I'd just smoke weed and get drunk, and I couldn't get the girls. I'd be funny, and everyone would laugh at me, but I was scared. Like my dad gave me like so much, like, you know, he'd be like, cause he had a rough time and all that, he'd be like, listen, if you choose the wrong one, it's over. Like you choose the wrong.
Made it really serious.
Oh mate, you choose it. Like
he's talking about your mom.
Just
I mean, in a way, he's not saying that, but
my
right?
dad was married before as well, so it's like, but it's like the amount of pressure that was put on me and how I saw my mom and dad would have arguments and fights, and it's like, dude, if you pick the wrong one, and then I'd maybe have a little girl I like, she'd be like, you just make sure you watch, and I'd maybe be a bit stressed because she didn't talk to me or something. Yeah, watch yourself. Wow. I was like, so I was
It's a must-have, can't have.
Oh, weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, so it was better just kind of take drugs and then maybe something would happen kind of thing. And it was like years of that. I just sit in my room. I had a computer. So I had a motorbike when I was like 12. I sold it, bought a computer, worst move ever. So I just play the computer every night of the week. And then on Friday and Saturday, go out, get like mashed, and then just work or do my paper round, and that was it right up to like when I was 16, sort of thing.
Wow.
Then I got a job in a supermarket, which was like £2.78 an hour. Like,
that's a big jump,
like,
bro.
and on
It's
a
like
Sunday they gave you double. It was like £5.50. Let's go. So that was like when I hit the big bucks.
Yeah. Okay, so Fred, do you mind if we fast forward to today?
Yeah.
Okay, so what changed between then and now, other than everything?
Yeah.
What's changed? How do you go from where you are then? You start your business doing communal stair cleaning, and now you're here. Like, I saw you fly to Utah a week or two ago on a PJ.
Yeah.
I see you on private jets all the
Private
time.
jet.
Oh yeah, okay.
You can steal that. You can steal that.
Thank
from
you.
me. That's all.
PJ.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
So what for me? I mean, the thing is
Also, actually, I'm gonna interrupt. I haven't interrupted once. I need to interrupt. Dude, you're an amazing storyteller.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Have you always been able to do that? Has anyone ever commented on that to you before?
No, not really, no.
No, that's such BS.
Yeah, that's BS, bro. That's
Dude,
BS.
I've seen you tell a story with you talking about Tyler, for example.
Yeah, I can.
Bro, no, hold on.
I can see.
Bro,
I can perfectly.
Every single
visualize
person
what
at like
you're
at this
saying.
whatever an event, there's like 50 people, everyone like cracking up, like hurting their ribs, and everyone's coming to you, dude. That story, oh my gosh. So you can't sit there with a straight face saying you haven't told you're a good storyteller.
No, you know what? Yeah,
Actually,
when I was a kid growing up, it was my job to entertain the family.
Yeah.
And then they'd have these big sort of family get-togethers. My mum's side of the family, my mum had like 10 brothers and sisters, and then I had all my cousins. And,
wow.
And I was a wee guy, and I was like an entertainer. But nobody's ever said, "Oh, you're a good storyteller." But I suppose
But they're cracking up, and they're like, another one, or next.
Yeah. No,
dude.
it's
The thing is, I've experienced this with some other people, mutual friends of ours.
Yeah.
Where they're telling a story, and I can perfectly, I'm just the image that they're painting.
Right.
Is like I got it.
Yeah.
I see exactly what you're saying.
Right. Got it. Right. Aye.
That's like, I mean, it's just a level of communication.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like really, I'm like.
Right.
When you're talking, I'm just like,
Brad went to
it's like I'm
Clydebank.
fucking there.
Brad went to Clydebank.
I went to Clydebank.
Clydebank.
Yeah.
Clydebank.
And the tarmac and the school and the stars. Anyway.
Yeah. That aye. So well, I moved on to like LSD and stuff, and then I remember.
Was that in the teenage years? Or was
I was still like I mean, I was done with drugs when I was about 18. Like I was done. Like, but I remember
That's
like
after
I had a
Francis,
very
no,
similar
right? After the
experience.
whole the Scientology thing and Francis and everything else.
yeah, that was kind of like after I did that detox thing, I made a promise to myself I'm never going to take drugs again.
Wow.
And then I did go back to alcohol, and then I had to do like the detox thing again, and it was just like I wasn't fully there where I was able to just be myself, you know, sort of thing. It was like not as much alcohol as like before, but I went to university. It was like, but I was like when I was doing, I don't want to like. when you do drugs and stuff, a lot of like LSD, hallucinogenics, a lot of stuff comes up, you know, and you're like, what the hell? Like, I mean, I remember looking at a guy and he was like a gorilla, like a perfect gorilla, and I thought, I've never seen a gorilla before. Like, where the hell is this? Where's this coming from? Like, I was like, what's like,
Dude, that's a great question.
yeah, like
You see something you've never actually seen in person before.
yeah.
Where's that coming
Well,
from?
the thing is, I remember I was about 5 or 6. I don't know how it managed it, but my mum took me to see Return of the Jedi in the cinema.
Yeah.
And afterwards, I was like really upset, like what was going on. And she's like, it's not real. And I was like, but it is real. Like, she's like, no, they're actors. That thing you see is not. They're real people, but they're playing a part. And I said, but like, so the guys aren't real in the spaceship.
Is the Return of the Jedi the first of the old ones?
Third tank.
So it's the last one.
Maybe.
Oh, it has
some-
a happy ending.
I can't. The thing was that there was like Darth Vader.
Yeah.
There was bad guys.
Yeah.
There was like spaceships, all this stuff, right? So I'm sitting bothered about this as a kid, and then I said like, you know, to my mum, like, and she goes, it's not real. And then I said, but how isn't? She said, it's just people's imagination. And then I said, but where does their imagination come from? And then she couldn't answer that one. And I was like, I'm sure these guys are remembering. Like, this is my, at a small age.
Wow.
And then when I take drugs and I see all this stuff, I'm like, what's? And then I was like, I started kind of thinking like, that's actually untrue. When I was like a kid at school, I remember looking down the school bus at all the children on the bus. And there was like a little guy, you know, perched over the back of a seat talking to some other kids. And I'm looking at all these kids just chatting to each other on the bus. We're going home. It's like 3:30. And I remember looking at all the children. I'm sitting up the back of the bus because that's where like the cool guys sat or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting going,
Troublemakers.
yeah, but I'm sitting looking at all these kids and I'm going, what are we doing? Like, what? I thought, what are we doing? Like, I get we go to school and then we get a job. Maybe we get married. We go on holiday and stuff like that. And then like we retire and we die. Like, but what are we doing? Like, and then I thought, does anyone else think like me? And it was a very lonely thought because whenever I spoke to folk, they're like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, but like we live and die, but what's the purpose? And
Take
And
another joint.
Yeah,
Or,
whatever.
whatever.
And then sometimes it would be like, oh, like let's get drunk. And then when they were drunk, they'd maybe talk about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, they cannot talk about it when we're drunk, but nobody can talk about it sober, can I?
Yeah.
And I was just like, I thought there's got to be something. And then I thought maybe there isn't. And I was like, this is pretty hellish. Like this is.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't till like I found Dianetics that I found out that I could remember past lives. And I started remembering previous existences, which just absolutely blew me away. That I was like, and it made sense to me. But then I still thought, but what, like, okay, we've lived before, we're living here. What the hell are we up to? Like, I still like, so like, and just gradually I was doing Scientology, learning more and more and more. And I was like, this is the stuff for me, man. It's like, this has given me some good answers about life. But not only that, this is how I built my business. Like a guy, L. Ron Hubbard, says, look, you want to start a business or you want to start an organization, you know, this is how you start it. And these are the steps you go through. And he made it all these beautiful gradients. It's like, okay, I'll start a business. Let me see if this stuff that I'm reading works here. Because it worked for my mind and it worked for like my emotions. Let's see if it worked in business. And I started applying it. And I think like that's probably, I've been doing like my own businesses now like 20 years, but I've got like 300 staff now. You know, I've got like 4 or 5 different businesses in different fields that I can manage, like, and sit here in a different country and talk to you guys for a couple hours, and it's like they're still
your businesses are all back
in the UK.
In the UK.
Yeah, but that
It's amazing. I saw a picture of your staff, dude. It's incredible.
I saw a picture of the. Did you see the trucks?
Incredible. Yeah, dude,
you see the truck
trucks and
lineup?
stuff, like boom, like here we go. I mean, whatever. It just seemed like these amazing people going and doing great jobs. Like your businesses are all good stuff. It's not like you don't have the news agency. You know what I mean?
not selling alcohol.
You know what I mean? Like, no, you're like cleaning people's living, bringing up their standards of life. I mean, honestly, the work that you're doing is incredible.
No, it's good. I take real enjoyment in building systems, building flows, building organization. Like, I like that challenge, and I love taking something and making it bigger and better. I'm not so good at like starting from scratch. I started like something from scratch this year, and it's done great. It's at like 2.5 million now, like annual, and it'll grow. But I'm learning how to start from scratch. But normally, what it would like the biggest company I've got, the gutters, Ben's Gutters, was started by another guy. He started the business, built it up, worked out all the promotion and marketing. It never worked out for him, whatever. And then we kind of bought the remnants and built it up. But he had the sort of
the vision,
the ingenuity, work it all out. So I kind of came on board and then kind of took that and made it bigger. So, but it's something I've always wanted to do, is try and start stuff, build it up. You know, it's the same, like I've got like veterinary practices. Again, it's an existing thing. Sharon, my business partner, she's a vet. So then she was an excellent vet, really good. And then I said, well, you want to get a practice your own? She's like, yeah. And then we ended up, we've got 3, like in a short period of time. We're looking at 2 more just now in present. But again, just like that's a kind of an area that I don't have any experience with, but then just learning how it works, how they promote, how they market, what sort of technical expertise the vets needs, what sort of equipment, you know. I'm passionate about animals. I love animals, man. Dogs, cats, sheep. Like, I've got everything.
Yeah,
like,
you have everything, right?
Yeah, got loads of
You got
animals.
the
So,
goats,
so I was like, so there is some interest there on that aspect as well, because vets sell psych drugs. I didn't know. Like,
stop.
Yeah,
Animals?
100% antidepressants for animals.
Stop.
No, like if your dog's depressed, seriously. We don't.
That would piss Caesar Milan off.
Yeah, that would, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah, as sedatives. Like if you're traveling, give them a sedative. And so
Xanax for dogs.
yeah, sort of that sort of stuff. Aye. So anyway, we're kind of Sharon and all that's not against it. We take a bit more of a holistic approach, but the vets are doing amazing, and we're continuing to grow in that. So I like that. I don't want like dogs and cats and stuff getting drugged up. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah. Like, it's not my thing.
Yeah, for sure.
It's making money off them. It's like,
yeah, it's like how much you have to convince people that a goat needs I don't know.
Well, the thing is there's a lot of, just now, like 1 in 4 adults in Scotland are on psychiatric drugs.
In the US, I think it's even maybe higher.
Right. But then if you're on psychiatric drugs, but if you're on psychiatric drugs and you maybe feel depression, your dog looks a bit depressed. Well, if it's real for you that's
you've been
It's like that thing
convinced,
where you show
so why not
pictures
just
of dogs
extend
and
to other
owners
people?
look like them. It's
It's like that. So it's like, but
If
then
you're
they,
taking it, you give it to your dog.
yeah, they might. I'm a bit depressed. My dog's a bit depressed. Yeah, I'll give it to like.
Yeah.
And the physical impacts on the animals is pretty horrendous. Yeah. Their gums and their kidneys and all that. It's just their body trying to process these drugs. It's like, it's tough. Anyway.
Okay, fine.
Lord,
so maybe
wow.
less depressing. Let's get to another not depressing topic.
Yes.
So look, you finally did you ever find your ghetto friend?
Girl, yeah, I did. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, I found her.
You can hear when he turns it on. R.
17 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I want some water. We met about 17 years ago. I get like 3 beautiful babies.
Amazing.
Like, well, my eldest Maya, she's 10, Cole's 7, and Rain's 1.5.
Awesome.
And I don't know if we're done yet or not, but like going back, like I couldn't even conceive of me being like a father, or a husband. Like I couldn't even think like that. I wasn't up to the point of thinking about being like responsible. Or
when did that change?
That's a good question. Will my wife force me to change? She actually did. She's like, we're having kids, or I'm like, oh, okay. And then it was like, thank God, man.
Yeah.
Like my first daughter, Maya, like, I mean, my kids are all amazing. Like, Maya's like so special, man. Just, being a dad's like the best thing, man. It's so bloody, it's the best thing.
Yeah.
The best thing,
the best
man.
thing.
I love it so much, man. It's like, I miss my kids just now. I'm getting little video updates every day and they're telling me how they're helping their mum and all that. I'm like, I'm going to bring you back toys and say, don't bring them anymore. You're spoiling them. What are you going to do?
God.
How did you meet your wife?
Just in the Scientology place in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
She walked in one day and was like, this beautiful, young, tall girl. I was like, wow. It's like, God, man. I remember looking at her once and thinking, God, if I could marry that girl, like, I'd never want for anything else in my life, man. It's like, yeah.
And you did?
Yeah.
And she was walking in for the first time. Was she already
No,
Scientologist?
her father was a Scientologist.
Okay.
Yeah, really good guy. Like, all his kids have done well. Like, Sarah's got 2 sisters and a brother, and they're all like super cool, doing well. Like, yeah. So yeah, I was lucky. Right place at the right time.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I do have to say, there's like this thing about like Scientology girls. Listen, Scientologists
girls.
are beautiful. I just have to say, like, I found my wife at the church.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I forgot about you. But either way, it's all good. It's all good. But I just have to say, there's like this rumor. There's like this thing, like, oh my gosh, like, because Scientology, you take care of yourself. When you take care of your own body, you take care of, you know what I mean? And like, you're gonna be a big deal. You know what I mean? I just have to say. So you guys are right.
It
Scientology
also,
girls are amazing.
Like, it also, like, how old are you, Rury?
47.
Jeez. Yeah.
Was that
you look
old or
great.
young?
Yeah, it's
No, it's old.
a lot older than you look. So that's the other thing. That's the other thing about Scientology. No, seriously, like, it keeps you young.
Yeah.
So like, I'll see women sometimes at the church, and we'll talk or whatever, and I'll ask them how old they're. They'll be like, "Oh, I'm 57," and I'm like,
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
like,
No, but I
they're in
think
their 30s.
like I mean, even thing like Grant Gadot and Tom Cruise, all these guys, like they're
look at those
mid
guys.
60s. It's like, I've got a picture with Tom Cruise. I look like I'm his dad. You know what I mean? It's like, but like, no, just I mean, the thing I found
my
as well
God.
is like your ability to kind of control your body to start eating better. That gets better as well, you know. But the main thing, like, you're talking about like Scientology girls or whatever, but it's like
I'm not looking at the Scientology boys.
yeah, but
You
no,
know what I mean?
I get it, but they maybe are. But then the whole point is we're learning how to be more ethical. We're overcoming these barriers to stop us being like unethical, you know. And it's like through it, you kind of, you're not worried about like infidelity. You're not worried about all this weird shit that goes on in normal life, because like everyone's on the same page.
That's right.
We're all trying to help society and work in bigger goals. We're not interested in some funky shit going on in the background. And like, probably the percentages in Scientology, probably like 0.5% of people that would maybe be involved in that sort of situation. Whereas like nearly everyone, you know, and you probably push maybe higher percentage than what I said, is improving their life, you know, improving their family, improving their business, improving their community, like working in the volunteer sector, like out there making a difference, making a change. That's their focus. They're on like growth of that. They're not on some weird path trying to like do some dodgy stuff behind people's back. Like that just doesn't exist in our group, you know. And the more Scientology and the more Dianetics you do, the stronger you become in your mind, that you can really apply yourself to like stuff that's positive and that's making a difference, rather than I mean, I'm like, back in the day I used to just watch watch like every couple of nights, just watch like and like I was like addicted, like I had to watch it. It's like I couldn't even control my own thoughts and my own body to stop it. You know, it's like when I was drinking alcohol and that, it's like I had to drink alcohol. Like the concept or idea of me not drinking alcohol, I couldn't think, like I could not compute an idea where I'd never need like alcohol at least once a week. And then it's like I'm at this point now where it's like I never really take it. Maybe a wedding, might have a couple of drinks, maybe a glass of wine if you're in Italy or you're having a nice meal, maybe. But that whole concept, all these sort of things where you were doing things that you didn't really want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Cheating, used to cheat. I used to have a girlfriend and then go with someone else. And
Yeah.
but I want to be with the girlfriend, but I'm cheating. Like, what's like crazy?
Dude, I remember really early on for me, the thing was a big issue for me,
Yeah.
pre-Scientology. Excuse me. And same thing. It was like just couldn't imagine myself didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Like I actually would feel dirty, would feel like,
Yeah.
what am I doing?
I'm sitting
I'm
watching
like-
a screen.
Yeah. I'm like, what-
Where's the
what am I
real
doing?
deal?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, and then I remember at one point, sitting there holding the cans talking. And at one point I just literally like realized, I was like, oh my God, I don't have to do this. And it was just like, it was so weird. It was literally like a switch flipped. I to this day, I don't even know exactly, whatever. It's a decision change or something like that. And like from that point on, nothing.
That was it. Yeah.
But it's not like I have to hold myself back.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like there's no
desire,
like not
no
interested.
need. Yeah.
I think what it was is actually for me, I just saw that it was so destructive. I just got hit in the face with how destructive it was to me so many times. Like I probably talked about it with the auditor 100 times.
Yeah.
And then finally I was, maybe not 100, but
Yeah.
More like
around there.
1,000, obviously.
maybe 1,000. and then finally I was like, oh, wait a minute. I shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
And then when I actually had my own realization, that's the thing that I love about Scientology personally, is it helps you to have your own realizations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you had that.
Sometimes it's forced on you. Hold on, let me explain.
Fine,
Let me say
go ahead.
this. No, because
What?
I want to
Yeah, go
add on
ahead.
this. So check this out.
Yeah.
In
can't
my
wait to hear
scenario,
what
the
he's
whole like before like
I can't believe you watched.
to know
How the
I went to hold on. I went to show up, okay, for work.
Yeah.
And I guess I'd been there for like 2 months or something. And I was late. The first time I was late. And my boss is a Scientologist. I'm actually working at the church at this time. Okay. And he goes like, why are you late? And I'm like, bro, what do you mean, why am I late? Who cares? It's like a volunteer job anyway. Like, what do you want my case about, dude? Like, I'm late. Like, what's wrong with you, bro? And he's like, no. Tell me, like, what's going on? You this, you're doing blah, you're cheating. I'm like, no. Nothing. And I'm starting to get pissed at this guy. I'm like, dude, I'm just late off. Like, what's wrong with you? And he goes like, were you watching? And I was like, yeah, so what? And he's like, what? And I was like, last night. And I'm like, hold on. Since I'd started there 2 months before, I hadn't watched at all.
right.
Yeah.
The longest time I just stopped. I got too busy, bro.
And then you
Yeah.
One day and I am late and I go, this is unbelievable. Like
Yeah.
for me to make that own realization, I was so far from making the realization myself.
Yeah.
But it was like, what's going on there? And it was so obvious that actually had happened. And I shocked myself. And I'm like, my whole life, it's always been this is harmless, it's good, all the boys. Dude, every single person I know, I was 18 then, 17, something like that. Every guy that I know, we had conversations in school, dude. Like, in the whole school, dude, 2,000 people was like one boy that don't watch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't watch some.
He's weird.
Yeah, he's the weirdo.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It was so beyond my reality that it was possible that would actually be something bad because everybody
does it.
Everybody is
That's
involved.
true. That's true.
So I just want to say, sometimes, you could have your own realization,
but that
but
person
sometimes they
put
shove
to
it in
you.
your face.
Yeah,
They're
well,
like, I'm like,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
Well,
but that's life. That's life.
Yeah.
It's not even really the church or something, but it's like often people can point something out to you, especially
Yes.
somebody you respect or whatever,
Yes.
and they can highlight something to you and you go, it's a fair point. Like
it was a very fair point.
yeah, and you get that in all areas of your life, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah, it's
why are
true.
you not getting any money? Like what's wrong with you?
It's
Like,
true.
and you're like, I don't
Well,
know.
you broke. You're like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
He broke his normal.
But my mates used to say, why have you not got a girlfriend? Like, I don't get her yet. And I'm like, but like, and I thought, I don't like, yeah, but
You're like, I can't find the ghetto on the map.
no, it was just like, I was like, I'm scared. I don't know what the I'm doing. But it's true. It's just like, on the point, I mean, really, if you look at it and if you look at people in your life and you see different people throughout your life that have done things in business or in life and you see and you admire it like you see somebody that's maybe in a relationship. I used to go to parties and I'd be looking about for different women, and then I'd see this guy with a girl, and they're just sitting together and like chatting, and I'm going about like looking for different women, and then I see these couples like just chatting. I'm like I don't. To be honest, I'd much rather be that guy, like just with someone content. And when I saw it in life, that's actually who I am. It's like you see it in others. There was a guy I was working for when I was younger, and he was trying to get like a computer system built for the business, and the computer programmer guy said, "No, you can't do that." And then afterwards, he's telling me, "I'm going to go and look for another computer programmer." But I went, wow, look at that persistence. Like, this guy wants this, and he's going to go and get it. I would have stopped when the guy said, "You can't do that." That's the point where I would have stopped. And I looked at the guy and I'm thinking, I like that. But that's kind of who I am. It's like, I looked at the guy and the girl together, and they were content, and they're at a party. They're both not looking around. I'm like, I like that. That's who I am. And it's like, I think when you look about in life and you see people, how they're behaving, what they're doing, and the bit that kind of resonates with you is because that sort of vibration when you resonates with them, it's like that is you. So I love going around and meeting guys, like seeing you the other day, and he's giving me a tour of this place, and I'm like, and he's got, these products, and then he's looking at other companies, and he's got investors, and he's got like this beautiful office, and it's all set up. I'm like, I want a bit of that, but that's because it's me. And what I've realized through life is sometimes people aren't up to a point where they can see. So then but when I'm doing all this stuff, Scientology and Dianetics, it brings my sort of awareness up, and then I meet people and I'm exposed to things, and I think that's me. Like, I want to be like that. And then I've got the tools to start moving towards it. So if you're exposed to it and you can see it, you become it. So sometimes you say like guys are forcing or something, but I think what it is it's like they're saying something or they're highlighting something, and it resonates with you because that's who you are. You see?
That's right.
You know what I mean? That's what I think anyway. So
Yeah.
I agree.
the way I think, like, Elon Musk, right? His son, I think, is like autistic, but his son said, how come the future doesn't look like the future? And they start to make the Cybertruck. Now, how can someone know what the future should look like? And a lot of us do, but it's like,
That's the f***ing question, bro. That's the f***ing question. How can someone know what the future looks like?
But the thing,
Unless they've seen it before.
yeah, but that's it. But it's like it's like Star Wars.
Yeah.
You can think with it's been in the past. Like you start.
Yeah, why is that idea so acceptable?
Yeah,
That's a great point.
Well, I have to say,
the most acceptable. You look at the robots in the Tesla shop, you're going, that's the future. Like, we're all going to have them. They're all going to be, we all know it. We're all certain of it.
Bro, C-3PO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
we should have been more certain about Bitcoin, bro, 12 years ago.
Damn it.
But you know what I mean? Like, we know it's coming,
know.
but we're...
What are we going to talk about?
Okay, Star Wars, science fiction. The thing is, this whole science fiction world, all this stuff could be true.
Yeah.
No, that's like the whole point you guys are making, right? Like, dude, I see a Star Wars General Palpatine, bro. The person who leads the big thing, who's actually the evil guy.
Right.
That's real life, dude.
Yeah.
That's real life. Like, I will tell you
I worked
this.
for that guy in the supermarket. It was a female, Mrs. Palpatine or whatever. I didn't even know that.
But I think it's way more mainstream. I don't know why, dude, but like, I think it's just people see it and who knows?
Yeah, I was talking to a friend of mine, actually the fiance of a close friend of mine, and her whole family is Hindu.
Right.
I think I want to say Hindu, right? A lot of Hindu people in India. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
They're Hindu. They believe in reincarnation.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
that is like a core tenet of that religion.
Buddhism as well.
Buddhism as well. Yeah. Yes, that's right. Yeah. And there's a whole Dalai Lama test.
Yeah.
Right? You guys have heard about that?
No.
Yeah.
You don't know about Dalai Lama test, bro?
The
Dalai Lama
Dalai
test.
Lama test.
Yeah.
So the idea is that the Dalai Lama is the same guy
Yeah.
again and again.
Yeah. Right.
The way that they pick him
Yeah.
is they take some of his belongings from his life
Yeah.
and they take one thing that is his and a couple other things that aren't his, and they give them to the potential Dalai Lama as a child.
Yeah.
Kids who show whatever potential, like they have similar characteristics, something, right? And they put them all together, and he has to pick the thing that was his.
Yeah.
And that's the Dalai Lama.
I think it's more than one because one could just be chance. I think it's like a collection.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
So like
Right.
maybe there's like 30 things and you got to pick 3.
We
like,
need
the
to look
chances.
up- look
Otherwise,
up
like, dude, you just
Dalai
I got lucky.
Lama
You know
test.
what I mean?
Right,
There's
okay.
5. I got one.
The Dalai
That's
Lama
me,
test.
you know
I
what I
want
mean?
to check
But
that
here's
out.
the thing: is like earlier you were like, I loved what you said about the reality of past lives to you, and like to be honest, to me, previous to Scientology, the past life thing wasn't actually that real to me. I did have an experience where I did some psychedelic basically took mushrooms, and that I was like, whoa, hold on, there's something other than the body going on. At that point, I was like, I'm not in my body right now.
Yeah.
I experienced going into the earth.
But you know what I was thinking as well, which we should, and we're talking about all these drugs and all that, right?
Yeah.
I will add this.
Yeah.
I will, because then I'm really
Please.
like the depression that I experienced after taking LSD was bad, man.
Yeah.
Days and days of like emptiness, man.
Yeah.
It was like,
Same for me.
like horrendous. Not worth it.
No.
Not worth it.
You could experience that stuff. Remember your past with some Dianetics, guys.
Yep.
You don't need to take
You can
LSD.
no,
So
you can
that's
experience
a
things.
disclaimer, right?
No, you can experience things way more intense than you're gonna feel on any drug.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
my reality.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
It's way more intense when
Oh,
you're sober.
mate. Oh, Christ. Yeah. Oh, we can just edit these, right?
Yeah, we can.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell, like.
Yeah.
But I was kind of trying to think like the difference in like when you guys like I'm thinking about us like going self-employed, like all of us, and the mental torment you go through when you're becoming self-employed. You know, when you employ a bad seed. You guys ever employed a bad seed?
Of course.
Currently.
But oh, Chris, your staff are going to be like, "Who the hell?" But
No,
like
they're
when
gone.
you're
It's past one, they're gone.
when you're starting out and you employ someone that really caves you in, you know, it's like that was one of the things I learned about this stuff as well, how to like spot this and look for it, because it was like I had a guy working for me in my second business. He was caving me in. I was like, and he was being a friend, but he was just constantly saying how this customer, this didn't work, the money, the hours, he really wants to help me, but he's not earning enough and he doesn't know if it's going to work. And this guy's just playing on me, playing on my mind. And I'm waking up in the middle of the night, 3-4 in the morning, thinking, I'm going to lose everything here. I didn't really have anything, but I'm like, I'm going to lose everything. Like my girlfriend's going to leave me. I'm renting a house just now. All my friends are like got jobs and doing well, and I'm trying to make this self-employed gig work, and it's not working. And it's like Scientology really helped me to like really pinpoint these guys, you know, and what do they say and how do they act and what's their outcome and what's around their people, and you learn all these different things about a social personality and an anti-social personality. Social is we interact. The bus driver drives the bus, the train driver drives the train, you know, the electrician fixes the electricity, builders build, people in restaurants, like people that are building society, that work together and exchange. Then you've got these anti-social elements, like criminals and they're not all walking about with like kind of the black mask and the black and white stripy
the
t-shirt.
hidden.
It's like you employ guys and, you know, they say all the right stuff at the start and then you just find that, you know, and they start, and it weighs you down and you get one or two of these guys in your small businesses, it's over, you know. And one of the things that I really liked about L. Ron Hubbard's stuff is this thing called the Hubbard Chart of Human Evaluation. And this thing shows you how people act, how good people act, how bad people act, what to look out for, indicators. And that's like a Bible for me when I'm recruiting, because it's like you have to have good guys with good intentions, you know. And sometimes people don't always have good intentions. And it's like the impact of these guys on your life, like I'm thinking of one just now. I don't know if you guys have ever had it, you know, but I've had guys steal from me, and you know, they're my friend, And they're stealing from me. Yeah, I'm trying my best. At the same time, stealing. You know, and
Yeah,
it's
not
like,
really your friend, obviously.
Yeah.
I say that again. You know what I mean? But it's like, but you guys have got employees, lots of employees. You got a big company. It's like, I even when I was starting out, I thought, God, how the hell do you have employees?
Yeah.
Like how without stress, without being continually stressed by their lives and the problems that they give you and all that. I thought, how they like, and a few times I was like, this isn't worth it, man. I'm just getting a job.
Yep.
I'm just getting a job.
And that's what they want. At the end of the day, that's what they want. Right?
You kind of bounce between those
Yeah,
two
because
things.
then that group that you had created is destroyed.
Yeah.
When the leader gives up, the group's
It's
gone.
over.
I will tell you the way I look at it is every job that you create is a massive contribution to the world.
Yeah.
The amount of people that have had their first baby, bought their first house, did like working for one of my companies is a lot.
Yeah.
Right. And in a lot of cases, like who knows what else they would have had. And so you have to just have that, like, at least for me, have that like confidence in knowing that you're doing a service. Like the business world is what builds everything. Dude.
Yeah.
Like governments, okay, cool. The police will protect people.
Yeah.
A lot of police do. There's there's some jobs that government do, but even if you look at the government jobs, a lot of them use for-profit private companies for their work.
That's
You're going to build a railroad? Okay, cool. It's a government job, but it's actually the guys that do it are the business owners.
Yeah.
The apartment buildings, the housing, it's done by people who
Business.
provide jobs. And so as a one of our jobs is to make jobs.
Yeah.
So jobs don't just like there's work to be done everywhere. There's an infinity amount of jobs everywhere that should be done, but nobody's taking them on.
Yeah.
And so at least as a boss, that's one of my jobs is like, hey, I can put these things together and make a job for somebody. And when they take that is a gift to them.
Yeah.
And anyone who's gonna say or show or make you try to believe that you're not doing enough, they don't want you to make jobs.
It's good.
Yeah, that's
It's
They
good.
want you to go back into your hole
Or be a lot
and,
of one
and do
man
whatever.
band.
Yeah. And go to work for the convenience store, right?
Yeah. It's true. It's like guys online will attack me like, oh, you're too expensive. A big company, I do it cheaper. And I'm like, oh, how many people are you employing? The guy's sitting there on his own moaning. I'm like, there's like 300 families that are impacted by what we do, what our companies do, what our businesses do. It's like, and those families, they're all paying their taxes and, going to school and being part of society. It's like, well, what are you contributing apart from being by yourself and moaning about how well I'm doing? Like, what I mean?
He's contributing, helping flow attention to you.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's true. It's true.
Oh, okay. One question I want to ask every guest, right? So we have like a little clip here.
What's
a little roll.
What's
So-
your favorite food?
Yeah, what is your favorite food?
What's your favorite
probably Indian,
version
actually.
of potato?
Indian food. Okay, nice. So, in your words, what is Scientology?
I'll probably just okay. In my words, what is Scientology? Scientology is bringing out who you really are.
Okay.
And yeah,
Oh, is it the end? Okay, no.
no, that would be it. Just bringing out who you really are. Just bringing you out, and that's all it's ever done. Just brought more and more of me out.
Yeah.
It doesn't change you, doesn't alter you. It just kind of magnifies who you are, and you get rid of all the stuff that isn't you, which is generally the crap stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Amazing. Well, Rury, thank you for coming to the show, dude.
Thank
It's
you.
been amazing.
It's good fun.
And that's it.
Thank you.
Okay, last parting words. Last parting words.
Yeah.
What do you want to tell someone right now who's
there you
like,
go.
dude, what they don't know what to do with their life, or like, hey, what am I doing? I don't know. Look at this guy. I could never do 40 million. I could, I don't know. I can't find my girlfriend.
Well, if
Ghetto friend.
yeah,
So-
no, I think if you're a bit frustrated with not building your business or not being in a relationship or not able to achieve your goals, because there's so many different things people do, sports and business, and there's so many things. But if you're frustrated and you're looking for like tools or a vehicle to help you achieve your goals, then you use Dianetics and Scientology, because they're just tools to help you improve the condition of your life, and that's all it is, and that's the truth, and all the crap out there that says otherwise is just crap designed to stop you achieving your goals, So that would be my message. Just do a course. They're online. They're free,
Yeah.
and apply it to your life and see if it works. And then that's all you need to do.
Yeah. You look for you.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
that's it.
sweet guys.
Amazing.
Cool.
Peace.